Good morning, friends. Welcome to the concept of analogy. It's a part of the reasoning. It's a very important topic in reasoning, as number of questions have been asked from this topic in different examination like SSC, banking, CSAT, CLAT, IBPS, or any other management entrance examination. Myself, Dinesh Miglani. You may connect me on my Facebook at the rate Dinesh Miglani. For any query, you may WhatsApp me at my number 092 155 14435 or mail me at legalbuddy@gmail.com. For regular updates on my videos, you may subscribe my YouTube channel at the rate Dinesh Miglani. I expect from you to share my videos on your Facebook wall with as well as with your friends so that they will also be benefited by this. Let us start with this session, analogy. Before starting with this session, first there is a need to understand what do you mean by the term analogy, right? When I talk about the term analogy, basic meaning of analogy is similar relationship. By the term similar relationship, what do you mean? In these type of questions, two words are given to you. It may be given in the formation of the words or it may be given in numbers, right? In any case, what the type of structure is, suppose two words are given to you, right? And you have to find the same association between any two words that are given in the question, or some numbers are given. You have, on the basis of that, you have to find the same relationship between them. Suppose if I say it's given that petal is to flower, right? In the similar way, pages is to, right? I know that petals are the parts of flower, right? And pages are parts of a book. So here answer to my question is said to be book, right? Or it should be flower is to petal. In that case, it should be book is to pages, right? That is in the formation of words. In the words, we have 12 to 13 types of question: cause and effect, worker and their place of working, worker and their tools. That is set and subset. Number of types of questions are there that we discuss all the types of question in this lecture. And similarly, the association may be in the formation of a number. Suppose if I say 9 is to 81, you have to find the association between 10 is to, right? Here I can easily say square of 9 is 81, the square of 10 is equal to 100. The answer to my question is said to be 100, right? So these type of questions are said to be based on analogy, in which the questions may be are a type of the words or a type of the numbers. Let's start with the different varieties of question. The first type of question that we have, which are based on the cause and effect, right? When I talk about the cause and effect, goiter is related to iodine, right? We know that because of deficiency of iodine, the disease goiter is caused, right? Now question is, anemia is related to. So I know that why anemia is caused. What is the reason behind anemia? The reason behind anemia is deficiency of iron, right? Hence I can say because the reason behind anemia is deficiency of iron, hence answer to my question is said to be C. Let's have next question here. Subset to a set, right? Page is related to book. So we know that page contains in the book, right? Leaves is related to, we know that leaves are a part of tree. Hence answer to my question is said to be C. C becomes my answer. Next is quantity and unit, right? Current is related to ampere. We know that the unit of current is ampere. Current is always measured in ampere. Here question is weight is related to. So I know that unit of weight is pound, right? So hence answer to my question is B. B becomes my answer. Next is instrument and measurement. Seismograph is related to earthquake, right? We know that for measuring earthquake, we have an instrument named as seismograph, right? Here question is, thermometer is related to. We all know that in every home you have the thermometer. Why we use the thermometer? In order to check the temperature, right? It may be a type of the room thermometer, or you have the thermometer to child the temperature, to measure the temperature of a child, right? Here I can say that answer to my question is said to be C, temperature, right? It's a part of instrument and measurement. Next we have workers and tools, right? Let us just take it. Doctor is related to stethoscope. We know that stethoscope is the instrument of doctor, right? With that, the doctor measures the pulse of a particular patient. Similarly, painter is too, right? We know that the tool of the painter is brush, right? Hence, answer to my question is B, painter is related to brush. So answer to your question is said to be B. Next is sex association. Bull is to cow, right? We know that it's masculine and feminine, right? Now horse is to, we know that feminine of horse is mare. Hence answer to my question is said to be mare. B becomes my answer, right? So bull is to cow. In the similar way, horse is to mare, right? Let's have next statement here. Words and synonyms. Dearth is to scarcity. We know that the same meaning of dearth is scarcity. Both have the same meaning. That simply means we don't have something. जिसको हम कहते हैं कमी. Dearth is related to scarcity. Substitute is related to replace. Means if you want to substitute something, it means you want to replace something, right? So I can say that the meaning of the dearth is same as to scarcity. In the similar way, substitute is same as to replace, right? Let's have next question here. Words and antonyms. Hate is related to love. The antonym of that, antonym of hate is love. I have to find the antonym of create. We know that create is to make something. Antonym of create is to destroy, right? Hence answer to my question is C. Antonym to create is destroy. C becomes my answer. Let's have next question here. Worker and working place, right? Sailor is related to ship. Sailor is related to ship. We know that sailor works on the ship. Lawyer is related to. We know that lawyer works in the court. Hence I can say answer to my question is said to be C. C becomes my answer. Okay. Let's have next problem here. Study and terminology. All these are the different varieties of question. After that we take one type one by one and we take the different concepts in that. Numismatics. Numismatics is the study of coins. Means a person who collects coins, the study of collecting of that coins is said to be numismatics. Similarly, paleontology, that's a study of fossils. It's a study of fossils, right? It means if your vocabulary is good, only you can easily attempt the questions here, right? So here I can say paleontology is the study of the fossils. Hence answer to my question is C. Next is product and the raw material. Shoe is related to leather. We know that for making shoe, what is the raw material we require? That is leather. Okay. Now the next is rubber is related to, right, latex. We know that the rubber is formed out of the latex, right? Hence answer to my question is C. That is said to be latex. Next is worker and product, right? How? Carpenter is related to furniture, right? Means carpenter makes furniture. Blacksmith is related to, we know that the work of the blacksmith deals with the metal, right? Hence I can say blacksmith makes metal. Hence answer to my question is said to be D. Next is association and association. Melt is related to liquid. Means liquid melts, right? Freeze. What freezes? What we can say that melt is related to liquid, right? After, if you have something with you, if you melt it, right, it converts into liquid, right? Freeze. So I know that ice freezes. Melt होने के बाद क्या बनता liquid, and we know that after a freezing it becomes ice. Hence I can say answer to my question is A. Okay. So all up to that we have just discussed the different 13 varieties of questions that are generally asked as a part of analogy between the words, right? So now after that we take it one by one category and we just try to understand the different associations so that will improve your general understanding of the things, right? And as well as with the general understanding of the things, as well as you are in a position to have the standard things in your mind, right? So let us start with the first type here that deals with instrument and the measurement, right? As we know that the question type we know. Suppose if I say thermometer is related to temperature, similarly odometer is related to. The answer is speed, but we can answer the speed only when you know that speed is measured by odometer, right? Here we have few examples here. Just take one by one. First is for measuring temperature we use thermometer, right? For measuring the wind, or we can say speed of the wind, we measure anemometer. The instrument here is named as anemometer, right? Next we have for measuring speed we have odometer. So generally that is used in the car. You have odometers in the car or bikes, right? Similarly for measuring the length we use scale. For measuring mass we use balance, right? For measuring blood pressure, right? So here I can say that instrument for measuring blood pressure is named as sphygmomanometer, right? That is the name of the instrument for measuring the blood pressure is named as sphygmomanometer, right? Here we have understood temperature measured by thermometer, wind vane measured by anemometer, speed measured by odometer, length measured by scale, mass measured by balance, right? And when we talk about blood pressure, that is measured by sphygmomanometer, right? Let's have the next here. Similarly, when we talk about the quantity of the rain that is measured by rain gauge, that's an instrument name of the instrument. Rain gauge, the rain is measured by that. Humidity is measured by hygrometer. It's the name of the instrument, hygrometer, that is used to measure the humidity in the environment, right? Similarly, current, for measuring the current, we have ammeter. The ammeter is an instrument for measuring the current. Thickness is measured by screw gauge, right? Earthquakes is measured by seismograph. That earlier I stated you that for measuring earthquake we use seismograph, right? So what we have understood here, for measuring rain we use rain gauge. For measuring humidity we use hygrometer. For measuring current we use ammeter. For measuring thickness we use screw gauge, as well as for measuring earthquake we use seismograph, right? So these are the answer to my questions. Similarly, that's a type 2. In the type 2 we will discuss about the different quantities as well as their units, right? Let us take one by one. Quantity of the mass is kilogram. Quantity of the mass is kilogram. Quantity of the force is a Newton, right? Energy is joule. So we can say that energy is always measured in joule. Next we have resistance, that is the quantity of the resistance is ohm, right? Volume is always measured in liters. Angle is always measured in radians. As you know that 180 degree is always equal to pi radians, right? Sometimes it is measured in degrees also, right? But in generally we measured in radians. Okay. Power is measured in watt. Potential is measured in volt, right? So just take one by one again. Mass is measured in kilogram. Force Newton. Energy joule. Resistance ohm. Volume liter. Angle radians. Power watt. Potential volt, right? Next is work is measured in joule. Similarly, energy is also measured in joule. Time is measured in seconds or minutes or hours. Current is measured in ampere, right? Luminosity, it's measured in candela. It's a unit for measuring luminosity, right? That is, when you talk about this term luminosity, that is basically the brightness, right? Pressure is measured in Pascal. Pascal is the unit of pressure. Area is measured in hectare. And temperature is measured in degrees, right? We know that 7 degrees Celsius, right? So they have been measured in degrees and Celsius, right? So what we have understood here, work, joule, time is measured in seconds, current is measured in ampere, luminosity, that is the brightness, is measured in candela, is a unit for measuring luminosity, pressure is Pascal, area in hectare, temperature in degrees, right? The next we have individual and group, right? Let's just take one by one, right? First is given as cattle. We know that a group of cattle is named as herd, right? One number of cattle are together, so we call them as a herd. Flowers, a group of flowers is named a bouquet, right? If you present someone a bouquet, so why we call it as a bouquet? Because we know that when we have a collection of flowers, a group of flowers, that is said to be bouquet, right? Grapes is always taken as bunch. We know that the group of grapes is bunch. The group of singers is chorus. Group of singers is chorus, right? That word is generally used when it is given as a part of the some singers who have to perform. They are named as chorus. Artist, troupe, right? A group of fish, they are called shoal, shoal, right? Sheep, a group of sheep is named as flock. So generally, when we have a number of sheep with us, so we call them as a flock of sheep, right? What we have taken here, herd, a group of cattle is named as herd. Flowers, bucket, right? Flower is named as bouquet. And then you have grapes is named as bunch. A group of singers is chorus. A group of artists is troupe, right? A group of fish is shoal. And a group of sheep is flock, right? Just take next. A group of riders, they are named as cavalcade. They are named as cavalcade. Sometimes you have the bikers, riders. So that is, they are primarily called as cavalcade, right? A group of bees is named as swarm. right? So what we can say, swarm is a group of bees. Man, crowd. When number of men are there, so we call them as a crowd. Soldiers, a group of soldiers is army, part of army. And group of nomads is they are called horde, right? When we talk about this nomad, so nomad means generally those persons who wander from here and there. Those persons who wander from here and there, or we call them in Hindi as घुमक्कड़. घुमक्कड़ जो एक जगह पे टिक के नहीं रहते, घूमते रहते हैं, they are called nomads, right? So we can call them as nomads. A group of nomads is named as a horde, right? Let's have next here. That is animal and young one, right? We know that the horses, when they are young or when they are child, they are named as pony, right? So similarly, cat is named as kitten, sheep is named as lamb, butterfly is caterpillar, insect is larva, dog is puppy, right? So that is basically, suppose if I say human is same as to child, human is same as to child, right? The same association here is horse is pony, cat is kitten, sheep is lamb, butterfly is caterpillar, insect is larva, dog is puppy, right? Next we have hen is chicken. Hen is chicken, lion is cub, duck is duckling, right? And man is child. So I can say that a man, the younger one is named as child, duck is duckling, right? Lion is cub, or hen is chicken. Or we can say that the child of hen are named as chicken, right? Lion's a cub, duck is duckling, and man is child. Okay. Let's have next question here. Male and female. So that is masculine and feminine. Basically, we can say that the dog is bitch, right? Stag is doe, son is daughter, right? Lion is lioness, sorcerer is sorceress, drone is bee. So all these type of questions you can easily answer if you are good in your vocabulary. Suppose if I say the question is given that dog is to bitch, in the similar way stag is to, right? Now if you have to answer this question, so how I can answer it? If I say dog is to bitch, I have to answer for stag. Until I don't know about the feminine of stag, I cannot answer it. If you know it, stag is doe, so here your answer is said to be doe, right? Next is gentleman is to lady, that you know that. Nephew is to niece, right? Tiger is to tigress, right? So they are basically masculine and feminine. Okay. Let's have the next type, individual and the class, right? Man, the whole class of man is called mammals. Whole class of man is called mammals, right? Ostrich, bird, because all ostriches are bird. Snakes are a part of reptiles. So we can say that the whole class of snake is called, we call them as a reptiles. Similarly, the butterfly, they are insect. Whale is also a mammal. Right? So we can say that man and whale both are from the same category, mammals. Rat is to rodent, right? Rat is to rodent. So all these you study in your science, but these are the general questions, because earlier I also told you that when we talk about the analogy is, although it's a part of the reasoning, but when we talk about the reasoning that we used in the analogy, that may be the reasoning based on your SS, right? Based on social studies, it may be based on your science, because if you know the category of a man, we know that the man is mammal, whale is mammal, rat is a rodent. Only in that case you can answer your problem. Similarly, individual and the place of a dwelling, where they live, right? Start with bees. We know that the place of a living of bees is named as apiary. Kettle is shed, lion is den. So den, we know that the lion lives in den. Poultry, they live in farm. Monk live in monastery, right? Fish live in aquarium. Aquarium, generally we have aquariums at our home. In that we have fishes, right? Bird, aviary. Now there is a difference between these two terms, aviary and apiary, right? Although both seems to be same. Apiary is a place where bees live, where it's the dwelling place of the bee. When we talk about the dwelling place, it's a natural place of living. That's basically named as natural place of living, right? So that is named as dwelling place. Okay. Similarly, horse lives in stable. Horse live in stable, right? Let's have next study and the topic, right? So that's called about the different studies and what are their topic. Seismology, we know that for measuring the earthquake, we have seismograph. So we know that the study of earthquakes is named as seismology, right? Study of plants is named as botany. So we have generally two terms here. One is zoology, second is botany, right? When I talk about botany, botany is basically named as study of plants, right? Botany is named as study of plants, and zoology is named as study of animals, right? So that is named as zoology. Okay. Similarly, we have onomatology. That is the study of the names, the different names that we give, the different nomenclature. That is their study is said to be onomatology, right? Study of human race is said to be ethnology. Study of we can say that the study of reality, that is said to be ontology. Study of reality is ontology. That is herpetology. That is the study of amphibians. The amphibians are those animals or those living, those who can walk on water as well as on earth. They are basically named as amphibians. Water and earth, they are basically named as amphibians, right? So it is said to be herpetology. Then you have pathology. It's the study of diseases, right? It means that if you have a disease, for checking what type of a disease you have, for that you have to go a pathological lab. So here we can say that the study of the disease is said to be pathology, right? What we have studied here: earthquake, studies same named as that is seismology, plants, botany, animals, zoology, names, ontomatology, right? Then we have human race, ethnology. Then you have study of reality is said to be ontology, amphibian is said to be herpetology, and study of the disease is said to be pathology, right? Next we have study of future, astrology, right? Study of mankind, that is named as anthropology. Study of all human race, all mankind, that is said to be anthropology, right? Then you have paleography. Paleography is study of the writings, right? Similarly, you have calligraphy. You know that the word calligraphy, it is the study of handwriting. Calligraphy, art of writing. Okay. Ichthyology is a study of fishes, right? Semantics is a study of language. Nephrology, study of kidney. Conchology, study of shells. Similarly, you have oncology. Oncology, study of cancer, or we can say study of tumor, right? Means these type of questions are primarily depends on your general understanding of English, right? If you are good in English, if you know that what are the basic meaning of the terms, then it's very easy for you to attempt these questions which are based on primarily on your vocabulary in English, right? So what we have studied here: astrology, study of when we talk about astrology, it is a study of future. Anthropology, study of mankind. Paleography, study of writings, right? Similarly, ichthyology, study of fishes. Semantics is the study of language, right? Nephrology, study of kidneys. Conchology, study of shells. Oncology, study of tumor or cancer, right? Similarly, virology is the study of viruses, right? Then we have malacology, study of molluscs. That is paleontology, that we already studied, study of fossils. Pedology, study of soil. Taxonomy, study of classification, the different classification that generally we do, that study is named as taxonomy. Then we have orography, is the study of mountains. Then we have selenography, study of moons, right? So these are very important terms here. Virology, study of viruses. Paleontology, study of fossils. Pedology, study of soil. Taxonomy, study of classification. Orography, study of mountains. Selenography, study of moon, right? So that's very important terms here. So these are simply part of the study and their topic, right? Similarly, we have few more here. Histology, study of tissues. Acrinology, study of secretions, right? That secretion means something that flows from someone, right? That is said to be secretion. So that study is named as acrinology. Histology, study of tissues. Then we have nidology, study of nest, right? The different type of nest that have been made by the birds, their study is named as nidology. Cardiology, study of heart. Because here the important term is here is cardio. We know that deals with the heart. So when I say cardiology, that deals with the study of heart, right? Similarly, you have phycology, is the study of algae. Study of algae, that is studied in science, right? Then you have bryology is the study of bryophytes, right? So what we have studied here, acrinology, study of secretions, histology, study of tissues, nidology, study of nest, right? Then you have cardiology, study of heart, then you have phycology, study of algae, then you have bryology, that is study of bryophytes, right? Let's have next question here. Next type that we have, that is the workers and their tools, right? Just take one by one. Carpenter use saw. It's an instrument used by the carpenter. Woodcutter, they use axe. Axe means kulhadi, right? We know that that's the instrument used by woodcutter. Tailor use needle. Laborer use spade, right? Soldier uses gun. Sculptor use chisel, right? Mason use plumb line. Means idea is very simple. All these are the tools that have been used by a worker. The question may be here of this type, like suppose if I say tailor is related to needle, right? In the similar way, soldier is related to, right? I have to answer my question. So it's a very simple thing now. If you know that the needle is a tool used by the tailor, so I can say that the soldier uses a tool that is named as a gun, right? The answer to my question is said to be gun. Okay. Let's have next. Chef is knife. So we can say that instrument that is used by the chef is named as knife. Doctor uses stethoscope, right? We know that. Farmer uses plow. Author uses pen, right? Surgeon uses scalpel. Scalpel is basically for to cut it, right? To cut the human flesh. That is scalpel, right? Gardener uses harrow. Warrior uses sword, right? So all these are the instruments used by the person. So again, take it as chef uses knife. Doctor uses stethoscope, farmer uses plow, author uses pen, surgeon uses scalpel, gardener uses harrow, and warrior uses sword, right? Let's have the next. Tool and their action. The different tools and their action. Knife. With the help of knife you cut, right? Sword, slaughter, to kill a number of persons. Mattock, diamond used to dig, right? Filter is used to purify the water generally. Steering, that's to drive. We know that we have a steering in every car. Pen से क्या रहता है? Their action is to write, right? So with a pen you simply write. Spanner for making grip, for making a grip on something. For that you use an instrument that is named as spanner, right? So what we have taken here, knife is related to cut. The use of knife is to cut. The use of sword is to slaughter. It's an action of the sword, right? Similarly, action of the mattock is dig, filter is purify, steering is drive, pen is write, spanner is grip, right? Let's have next. Spoon, feed, right? Microscope, magnify, gun, shoot, right? Shovel, scoop, chisel, carve. So we know that that's an instrument used by the carpenter, also chisel, carve, oar, row, right? Or we know that that's an basically in Hindi we call it as a chappu. That is used while a boat. When you have to move a boat, that instrument, that type is named as oar, right? For rowing, right? Axe to grind, right? So what we can say, spoon is to feed, microscope is to magnify, gun it deals with shoot, shovel, scoop, chisel, carve, oar, row, axe, grind, right? Let's have next. Auger to bore, spade to dig, shield to guard, loudspeaker to amplify. Means to amplify the sound. For that, that's the use of the instrument that is named as loudspeaker, right? So all these are the instrument and their uses. Let's have next is worker and their working place. Let us take one by one. We know that the working place of the farmer is field, right? The working place of the warrior is the battlefield. Engineer is site. Engineer works at site. Sailor works at ship. Pilot works at cockpit. That a beautician works at parlor. Artist work as theater, right? So what we can say here that the farmer, place of working of farmer is field. The place of working of warrior is the battlefield. Engineer is site. Sailor is ship. Pilot is cockpit. Beautician is parlor. Artist is theater, right? Let's have a few more. The place of working of actor is stage. Mechanic is garage, right? We know that the mechanic works in garage. Lawyer works in court. Scientist work in laboratory. Teacher works in school. Doctor works in hospital. Clerk works in office, right? So these are the workers and their place of working. Actor works at stage, mechanic at garage, lawyer at court, scientist at that place of working of the scientist is laboratory, right? Similarly, servant works in house, driver works in cabin. That when we talk about the grocer works in shop, painter works in gallery, right? Waiter works in a restaurant, worker works in factory, right? All these are their workers and their place of working. Next we have umpire. We know that the place of working of umpire is pitch, right? We know that umpire stands at pitch, right? There he gives the a decision, right? Similarly, the place of working of gambler is casino, right? So these are based on the workers and their place of working. Let's take the next one, worker and their product, right? We have the different workers here and what the product they produce. Let us take one by one. We know that the farmer produces crop, right? Hunter, prey. Carpenter, furniture. Author makes book. Goldsmith makes ornament. Butcher makes meat. That's the product of the butcher. Cobbler makes shoes, right? So that's the product of cobbler, that is said to be shoes, right? So what we can say, farmer, crop, hunter, prey, carpenter, furniture, author, book, goldsmith, ornaments, butcher, meat, cobbler, shoes, right? Let's have next, poet, poem, editor, newspaper, teacher, education, chef, food, right? So these are the product of their workers. Judge gives justice, choreographer provides ballet, right? And producer, the product of the producer is film, right? So these are the product workers and their product. Similarly, architect, they gives a design, tailor gives clothes, then you have the dramatist, they gives play, right? So all these are workers and their product. Okay, let's have next thing here, product and raw material. Okay, butter, milk, right? Means for making butter you need milk, with that we can make butter. Similarly, if you want to make a wall, we need bricks because wall is made of bricks. For making furniture we need wood. For making shoes we need leather. And if I talk about for leather we need latex. Sorry, if I talk about rubber, for that what do we need? Latex, right? So that we have here as rubber, right? Latex. Then pullover means wool. For metal we need ore because ore is the raw material for making metals, right? Similarly, for making jaggery we need sugarcane. For making wine we need grapes, right? We know that the wine is made of grapes. For fabric we need yarn. For cloth we need fiber, right? For road we need asphalt, right? So it's a raw material that's basically used for making roads. For making books we need papers, right? For making sack we need jute, right? Similarly, for making omelette we need eggs. For jewelry we need gold. For linen we need flax. For oil we need seed. For paper we need pulp, right? So these are the things that we require for producing these, right? So these are very simple for you. If you are good in your English or if you are good in your general studies, then you can easily answer these questions. Next we have part and whole relationship, right? When we talk about pencil, we know that in pencil we have lead, with that we write, right? So we can say that the lead is a part of pencil. House, kitchen. In the whole house we have kitchen. In the fan we have blades. In the class we have students. In the room we have window. In the aeroplane we have cockpit. In the book we have chapters, right? What we can say is that in the pencil we have lead. In the house we have kitchen. In the fan we have blade. In the class we have student. In the room we have window. In the aeroplane we have cockpit. In the book we have chapters. Similarly, words and their intensity means it's a small intensity, it's a big, right? From small to big, right? Wish and desire. There is a difference between the wish and a desire. When I talk about wish, it's an intensity is small, right? I want that, but it's not my strong desire. When the wish becomes strong, then it becomes a desire. Similarly, kindle and burn. When we talk about kindle means thoda sa chalna, right? And burn means full burning. Sink and drown. When you talk about sink, थोड़ा सा डूबना, drown, complete डूबना. That's although the meaning of both are same, they can be used as synonyms, right? But their intensity is different. Intensity sink is less and the drown is more. Quarrel and war. There is a difference between the quarrel and war. We know that the quarrel is between 2 persons or 3 persons, but war it's between the countries. Error and blunder. When we talk about error, a very small error, right? That's called error. And when we talk about blunder, a very big error, that is said to be blunder. Similarly, famous and renowned. When we talk about famous, he may be famous at a small place, but when I say renowned, that's a famous at a very country level or world level, that they are said to be renowned. Okay. Unhappy and sad, right? Although the meaning of both is same. Unhappy means who is not happy. Sad means who is sad, right? There is only the difference in the degrees. Refuse and deny, right? Crime and sin. Moist and drench. When we talk about moist means small moisture there, and when we talk about drench, drench is भीगा हुआ, बहुत ज़्यादा पानी है जिसके अंदर, that is said to be drenched, right? So what we can say that now the question may be, crime is to sin. Crime is to sin. In the similar way, moist is to, right? So here I can say answer to my question is said to be drenched. But for that, it must be clear to you that what is the difference between the crime and sin. Crime means any crime, sin means paap, right? In the similar way, moist deals with drench, right? So that's about the intensity and the words. I hope you enjoyed the session. So that is end to our session of the concept of analogy. In this session, we discussed about the different type of questions that may be asked in analogy on the basis of the words, as well as the different things that is required for us. The main idea here is you must be good in your English vocabulary and your general studies so that you can answer all the questions based on analogy. Thank you very much. You may send your feedback on my email ID legalbuddy@gmail.com or connect me on my Facebook @Dinesh Miglani. I expect from you to share my videos on your Facebook wall as well as with your friends so that you will be benefited by this. Thank you very much.